her talk show. If I do talk to Channy, it will be on my schedule, and if we do that on my talk show, I will do it on my show. You don't want to speak with her during the entire vacation then? No. A shocking video just went viral online and is spreading like wildfire. Jackie and an unidentified male are seen sharing a passionate kiss in leaked video. As the camera records every stolen moment, fans are astounded. Whispers of treachery reverberate in the background as their bodies drew close under the gentle nightclub lights. A viral notice buzzed across Chantel's phone. Watching her sister's reputation hang in the balance left her speechless and her heart racing. As she reenacted the scenario frame by frame, Bry's eyes dilated in shock and threatened to well up with tears. As soon as the video appeared in group chat, feelings were running high. Charges were made. In an instant, the family was split apart as alliances faltered. There were many questions. Who is this man of mystery? What made Jackie risk everything for a single covert meeting? For what length of time has this been occurring behind closed doors? One thing is certain as social media feeds erupt with hypotheses and gossip mills spin. The scandal is just getting started. Stay closely because every secret has a cost in the world of high-stakes reality drama, and the truth about the man who dared to win Jackie's heart under cover of darkness will soon be revealed. Like a shockwave, the leaked video swept through the darkened room, grabbing everyone's attention and causing a group gasp. As Chantel watched the film a third time, her hands began to shake. Every frame hurts more than the last. Brandi lingered near, unable to take her eyes off of him, her face pale. Jackie leaned in beneath a flash of red on the video. A man's lips, brushed with neon in what appeared to be a gentle betrayal. Seeing such closeness from someone who exudes loyalty and motherhood astounds fans. It was a startling contrast. As though time had twisted around that snatched kiss, the atmosphere of the room felt instantly tense and emotions were running high. When she eventually broke the silence, Chantel gulped hard and spoke quietly. She whispered, "I can't believe she did this," her eyes wide with pain. Bry's mouth quivered. She remarked, "She looks so happy," as if she had forgotten everything. Before anyone had a chance to speak, the family was split. Faithful friends flinched. Insatiably curious about every detail, gossipers drew nearer. Overhead chandeliers flickered, perhaps reflecting the scene's instability. The sense of betrayal intensified with each raised eyebrow and whispered theory. Those in the party who hadn't seen the kiss turned to Brandi and Chantel. They were near the marble bar, checking their phones in real time for confirmation of the rumors. Nene and Evelyn looked at each other grimly. As Evelyn observed her sister's suffering, her brow furrowed. Nene's expression was stiff as she folded her arms, while whispering to herself, "I'm about ready to clock out of this circus," she said. For calm, Evelyn waved her hand. "We must handle this carefully," she replied in a forceful yet quiet voice. "When this uncensored video is shown to the public, it will damage more than just Jackie's reputation." All of a sudden, the stakes seemed very high. One secret moment captured on camera balanced friendships, careers, loyalty, and dash. With a glimmer of resolve in her gaze, Chantel squared her shoulders. Her words, "We need to find Jackie. Before the tabloids go crazy, she should be given an opportunity to clarify." Brandi blinked back tears as she nodded. Their heels ping against the glossy tile as they go between groups of guests together. They left behind rumors, including urgent group texts, whispered warnings, and bits of discourse concerning covert relations. Chantel felt as though a new wound was being opened with every message on her phone. A dot. They saw Jackie in the dim hallway outside a private lounge. She had her phone pressed to her ear and her shoulders slumped against a velvet sofa. Shiman spoke in a strained tone. She was repeating, "Please understand. Nobody else needs to know." When she saw her sisters coming, her back tensed. With a gasping apology, she hung up the phone and put it in her clutch, her face whitened and her eyes watering. Jackie Chantel spoke quietly at first. Jackie's head jumped up as she said, "We saw the video." Her look was a mix of shock and shame. Brandi moved forward. Despite the trembling behind her voice, she added, "We need the truth," in a firm tone. Kay licked her cracked lips and gulped. "Who is he? Why did you kiss him?" sharp edge, Nene intervened, and you had to record it for everyone to see. The query dangled like a sharp edge. The emotional tensions at the core of their sisterhood were exposed in that instant. Outside the lounge, Jackie's urge for escape ran counter to her sister's allegiance and protective rage. Reappearing in the crowd, the stranger from the video seemed to be looking for someone. His presence caused tension to rise in both Chantel and Brandi. At the base of a spiral staircase, they faced him. The voice of Chantel echoed. That moment was captured by you. Why? The man looked at her without flinching. She confided in me. Silently, he said, I felt she should see the whole reality of her decisions, so I took a picture. Bry's nose wrinkled. She spat because you violated her trust. You took advantage of her weakness. A second phone was held up by the stranger. When the screen unlocked, dozens more clips were visible. He acknowledged there was more. Everything she let me see, including our chats, her laughs, and her tears. The idea of private confessions being made public made a gentleman's heart tighten. Through the escalating storm, Evelyn's voice was heard. She said, we need that footage, but only to control the fallout. We can keep it under control and keep her safe. After a moment of hesitation, the stranger put the gadget into Chantel's hand. He whispered, use it wisely, and vanished into the night, a dot. The sisters and friends were at a crossroads in that tense period. The option weighed heavily, threatening to sever their relationship. Expose every raw detail to seize control of the narrative or bury the evidence and risk the tabloid vultures, gorging unhidden truths. Chantel thumbed through the stranger's clips, tears in her eyes. They are all evidence of Jackie's desire for honesty off camera. Silently supporting Chantel, Brandi stretched for her hand. Evelyn grounded Jackie's quivering body by placing a steadying hand on her shoulder. With her arms folded, Nina hovered, awaiting their decision. The rooftop terrace was deserted as the first rays of dawn came in through the lofty windows. The celebration was over. The true reckoning, however, had only just begun for Chantel, Brandi, Jackie, Evelyn, and Nene. They stood together around one truth in the silence that ensued. In addition to shattering illusions and exposing weaknesses, the leaked video presented a chance to recapture their story, to create greater transparency and mend the rifts before this controversy engulfed them. In that fragile stillness, hearts hammered, decisions made, the sisters readied for the fight still to come. In the darkened lounge, the pirated video exploded on screens. Every visitor felt the shockwave ripple through them like an electric current. When Chantel saw her sister Jackie, her fingers shook and she hit play, gasping for air. Under the pall. Gentle glow of red neon, a faithful friend and mother lean into an unknown person. An intimate moment intended for two was revealed to an audience hungry for controversy when their lips met in a tentative kiss that intensified with a rush of passion. As the video played, accompanied by stifled laughter and hushed vows, Brandi lingered nearby, her face pallid. As Jackie's flawless image is shattered in real time, fans are horrified by the violation of expectations. The audience gasped, and their whispers combined to create a low hum that echoed across the room like a storm brewing in the distance. Staring at the screen was Chantel. Incredulity turning into pain. Her fingertips traced Jackie's face, shape on the glass as she relived the scene, frame by frame. How could she? Chantel said in a tremulous tone. Tears sparkled in Bry's eyes. This isn't like her, she subvocalized, but there it was. She's always been the picture of loyalty. The sisterly link they previously thought was impenetrable was broken by Jackie's body language, which revealed a longing. Before anyone had ever spoken to us, the family was split up. A few guests flinched and gripped their drinks. Others twitched. Nearer. To record every response, phones were raised. Chantel and Brandi shared a determined look amid the increasing clamor. They got up and moved past shocked revelers to the private velvet booth where they had last seen Jackie. Their heartbeat was echoed by the click of their heels on the marble floor. Behind them came whispers. Have you watched the video? It's unbelievable that she would do that. The stranger is who? The pang of betrayal was present were haunted and red-rimmed, and she clutched her phone to her chest. She rubbed her palm against the cool surface, her normally flawless makeup smudged, tears glistening. Partygoers toward the secluded velvet booth where they'd last seen Jackie. Their heels clicked against the marble floor, echoing their racing hearts. Whispers trailed behind them. "Did you see that clip? I can't believe she'd do that. Who's the stranger?" Each question stung with a sting of betrayal. In the dim corridor behind the main lounge, they found Jackie leaning against a mirrored wall, phone clutched to her chest, eyes red-rimmed and haunted. Her usually impeccable makeup was smeared, tears glinting on her cheeks as she pressed her palm to the cool surface. Chantel's voice softened. "Jackie, we saw it." Jerked upright, panic warping her features. "I'm sorry," she cried, voice cracking. "I never meant for anyone to see? Anyone to see?" Brandi knelt beside her, gripping her sister's hand. "We need to talk," she said firmly. "Why did you do it? Who is he?" Jackie swallowed, wiping her cheeks with a trembling hand. "I felt suffocated," she began. "Everyone sees the perfect version of Metha, mom, the friend, the reality star. I needed one night where nobody recognized me." Her gaze flickered to the floor, guilt coiling in her chest. "He approached me after my speech tonight. He listened. He made me feel seen." Chantel's heart clenched at the admission. "But you should have called us," she said. "We would have listened." Jackie's shoulders shook as she nodded. "I know," she whispered. "I was ashamed. I thought a stranger would understand what you couldn't." Bry's eyes filled with anger and sorrow. "We always understand," she countered. "We're family." Footsteps approached. Evelyn and Nanny emerged from the shadows, their expressions a mixture of concern and incredulity. Evelyn's voice was measured. "Is everyone okay?" Chast, placing a hand on Jackie's shoulder. Nene folded her arms, scanning the footage on Chantel's phone. "This is a lot," she said. "Did she forget we're all connected?" Chantel tapped the screen to pause the clip on Jackie's tearful smile mid-kiss. She didn't forget. Chantel said she needed to escape her world, and she chose to let someone else hold the key to her truth. Bry's voice caught. "This footage is viral. We have to act before the tabloids run wild." Evelyn's brow furrowed. "We need to find that stranger," she declared. "We need any other footage, every angle. We can't let rumors define her narrative." Nene raised an eyebrow. "Or we bury it and pretend this never happened," she challenged. Brandi shook her head. "Burying it gives them power. We have to control the story ourselves." As they spoke, the stranger slipped through the corridor toward them, phone in hand. His calm presence drew weary glances. He stopped a few feet away, screen glowing with new clips. Jackie laughing with him at the corner bar, her hand resting on his arm in silent trust. Brandi stepped forward, voice sharp. "You recorded more than one kiss." The stranger met her gaze. "I recorded the whole night," he admitted. Her laughter, her tears, her confessions. Chantel's pulse thundered in her ears. "Why?" she demanded. The stranger's tone was quiet. "I captured it because she deserves to see herself unfiltered, to confront her need for escape and recognize it's not selfish to seek honesty with people who care." Jackie's tears welled as she watched the clips advance. Each new snippet revealed a deeper layer of her hidden pain. Fans are shocked to witness Jackie's vulnerability, a side she never shared on set. Emotions ran high as viewers sensed her longing for authenticity. Evelyn squared her shoulders. "We need that footage," she said. "We'll decide what to share and how. Otherwise, the media will spin lies." The stranger hesitated, eyes flicking too. "Jackie." Chantel placed a hand on his arm. "We'll protect her," she promised. He nodded and handed over his phone with a silent gesture of trust. "Use it wisely." In a small screening room off the main hallway, the group huddled around a single monitor. Chantel plugged in the stranger's device, revealing a folder labeled Jackie's Midnight Truths. Thumbnails lined the screen. Moments of bliss. Tears in the stranger's car under streetlights. Confessions whispered between soft lines of trust. Brandi guided the cursor to the first file. "This is more than one kiss," she said softly. "This is an entire journey." Nene scoffed, though concern flickered in her eyes. "So, what do we do with it? We expose her or we bury it?" Chantel's voice was firm. "We curate it. We show her accountability, her humanity." Evelyn leaned forward, outlining their plan. "First, we gather the footage that shows her vulnerability, her tears, her laughter, her words about feeling invisible. Second, we pair that with her apology. Third, we share her path forward: therapy, family counseling, mental health advocacy." Jackie drew a shaky breath. "I'll speak openly," she vowed. "I'll address every clip, explain how I felt, and show how I plan to heal." Brandi reached for her sister's hand. "We're with you," she said. "Every step." Chants of gossip echoed from the lounge. Beyond. But inside the suite, unity formed a protective barrier around Jackie's fragile heart as they finalized their outline. Chantel's phone buzzed with headlines drafted by gossip sites. Jackie's secret fling, mommy betrayal, reality stars, midnight scandal. Brandi exhaled. "We have to move fast," she said. "They'll publish in minutes." Evelyn agreed. "We draft our statement, record her apology video, and release it before they spin their lies." The sisters and friends sprang into action. Chantel and Brandi retreated to a private green room to script Jackie's message. Evelyn gathered contact info for mental health organizations to feature in their announcement. Nene prepared to stand guard at the door, warding off unauthorized intruders. Time was their enemy. Every tick of the clock echoed the urgency of damage control. In the hush before the cameras rolled, Jackie closed her eyes and visualized the faces she loved. Chantel Brandi, Evelyn, Nana standing by her side. She unclenched her fists and inhaled deep. The leaked footage had exposed her unfiltered truth. Now she would face it with courage. As Chantel cued the recording, Jackie opened her eyes, ready to transform scandal into a story of redemption, accountability, and ultimately renewed trust. The stranger's footage lay open on the screen, thumbnails shimmering like fragments of moonlight scattered across water. Chantel's fingers trembled as she scrolled, revealing the breadth of what had been recorded. Not just the stolen kiss, but whispered confessions in a corner booth. Tears wiped away beneath neon haze, laughter that felt like freedom. Brandi sank into a plush chair, head in her hands. "This is everything," she whispered. "It's too much." Jackie stood behind them, shoulders hunched as though ready to collapse. Evelyn and Nene flanked her, silent pillars of support and scrutiny. The hush in the room was thick, broken only by the hum of the laptop fan. Chantel exhaled and closed. "The folder. We have enough," she said softly. "Now we plan." They gathered around a glass table, its surface reflecting the tension in their eyes. Brandi leaned forward. "First, we need to decide which clips to use publicly. We can't overwhelm people with raw footage." She tapped her pen thoughtfully. "We start with the emotional confession, her fear, her loneliness. That's the human hook." Jackie nodded, voice small. "That's fair. People need to know why I did it before judging the act." Nene scoffed lightly. "Say we lead with the kiss itself. Shock value." Evelyn raised a hand. "No, we lead with context. Reveal the kiss after viewers understand her emotions. Otherwise, it screams salacious tabloid fodder." A Chantel tapped on her phone. Opening a new note. Segment 1, Private Confession, in the lounge lighting. Her voice, the reason she felt invisible. Segment 2, the kiss revealed in slow motion, juxtaposed with her voice over admitting she knew the risk. Segment 3, Aftermath: Chantel and Brandi confronting her. The fallout. Segment 4, her apology and pledge mental health plan, therapy, family counseling. Brandi nodded. "We'll need voiceover recordings. Jackie, you record your personal narrative in a calm space. No background noise." Jackie swallowed. "I can do that," Evelyn added. "Then we film group testimonials. Chantel, Brandi, Nin, and Neon, why we support her, and how we'll help." Nene smirked. I get to speak." Everyone laughed softly, the tension easing a notch. Chantel patted Na's back. "Yes, your blunt honesty will remind people this isn't scripted." Nin bowed theatrically. "I'm honored." Chantel checked the time. "We have 2 hours before those gossip sites publish. Let's move." She rose, phone in hand. Brandi joined her, slipping the USB drive into her pocket. Together, they led Jackie down a hallway lined with soundproof panels, a small studio fit for recording. Inside, soft lights illuminated a simple set, a gray armchair on a pale rug, a single floor lamp casting warm glow. Chantel adjusted the mic on a stand. "I'll film you on my phone for a rough edit," she said. "We'll polish later." Brandi arranged water bottles within reach. Jackie took a deep breath and sat, hands folded in her lap. The red recording light glowed. Chantel nodded. "Action." Jackie spoke, voice steady but tender. "I want to share what led me here. For years, I've been defined by others' expectations. Motherhood, friendship, reality TV, persona. I felt like a character in a story written by producers, fans, and sometimes my own fears. I craved authenticity, a moment where I could just be me without judgment. So when a stranger offered an ear and a smile, I didn't see the consequences. I thought that moment would stay between us. I was wrong. It's my responsibility to own every choice I made and to understand why I made it. I'm sorry for the pain I've caused my family and my fans." She paused, blinking back tears. "I'm committed to healing, to therapy, and to sharing my journey. Honestly, that the countdown began. The sisters and friends gathered for a last check. Brandi raised her cup of water to sisterhood. Chantel hefted hers to honesty. Evelyn grinned. To healing, Nene chuckled. And to smashing tabloid lies, they clinked glasses. Jackie looked around, gratitude shining in her eyes. "I'm nervous," she admitted. Evelyn squeezed her hand. "We'll face it together." The premiere countdown ticked. 25, 2:42, 23. Outside the studio screens lit up with tabloid teasers. Exclusive Jackie's secret fling celebrity scandal explodes as the video went live. Views climbed by the second Chantel watched the initial comments, supportive fans' questions about the stranger's identity, praise for the sisters' solidarity. Brandi exhaled, "We did." The family was no longer divided by rumor. They'd unified through transparency, turning a midnight betrayal into a dawn of understanding. And though the road ahead promised challenges, critics to silence, headlines to rewrite, they faced it together, armed with truth and unwavering loyalty. The stranger's footage had started a wildfire. But the sisters had guided the flames toward warmth instead of destruction. As the first 1,000 views rolled in, Chantel leaned back, fists unclenching. They had reclaimed their story. And for Jackie, that made all the difference. Emotion hung in the air like a promise. This was only the beginning of their journey to healing, and they would walk it side by side as the early morning sun filtered. Through the slatted blinds, the sisters and friends gathered in Jackie's spacious living room. Laptops and phones spread across a low marble coffee table like tools in a command center. The air was thick with anticipation as Chantel refreshed the analytics dashboard, watching views climb by the second. Brandi's sappy cider eyebrows knit in concentration as she scanned the live comments pouring in from fans. Evelyn leaned against a velvet ottoman, arms crossed, monitoring the tabloid feeds for any premature leaks or misinterpretations. Nene hovered by the doorway, coffee in hand, ready to pounce on any opportunistic headlines with her signature sass. Jackie perched on the edge of the sofa, nerves jangling even as gratitude softened her features. "I still can't believe we did that," she murmured. As Chantel reached out and squeezed her hand. "We took control," she reminded her sister. "We told your story before anyone else could twist it." Brandi nodded. "And fans are responding," she said, pointing to a series of supportive comments. "Love your transparency, family goals, mental health advocate." Each message felt like a small victory. Evelyn tapped her phone. "But we need to keep the momentum," she warned. "We can't let views plateau before we hit our key engagement targets." Nene rolled her eyes theatrically. "Always business with you," she teased, though she offered Chantel a conspiratorial across our socials, encourage Q&A, and maybe do a live follow-up tonight. Jackie flinched live. I thought we agreed against that. Brandi placed a gentle hand on her arm. We'll do a short-lived, just us answering fan questions about mental health, not the scandal. Chantel pivoted. And we schedule an interview with a trusted outlet tomorrow morning, one that won't sensationalize. Evelyn opened a note. I've drafted talking points for that. Emphasize healing, therapy, sisterhood, and advocacy. With the strategy in place, they turned their attention to the stranger's footage that remained off camera. Chantel secured the USB drive in her pocket. The press will want details who he is, his motive. We deny access, but offer a statement. Jackie's journey is what matters, not the stranger's identity. Brandi agreed. We protect her privacy fully. Nanny stifled a yawn. So, team building time? She asked with a smirk. I say we get brunch. Mares in the live chat called out, brunch cam, hydrate, self-care. Evelyn laughed, heard them, self-care comes next. They packed up devices and headed to the open plan kitchen where a line of muffins, fruit, and smoothies awaited. Sunlight danced on the countertops and the mood lightened as they shared small bites. Over coffee, Jackie spoke quietly. I've been thinking about what comes after today. I don't want to just clean up this messiah, want real change. Brandi nodded, vigorously. I'm with you, she said. We can start a foundation for moms feeling invisible, resources, support groups, scholarships for therapy. Chantel smiled at the idea. And we could partner with mental health orgs. We have a platform now. Let's use it. Evelyn added. We'll need branding, social handles, website domain. I'll get on it. Nenny raised her glass of juice. I'll handle the social media strategy. Create shareable graphics, quick videos, maybe a hashtag like bar seen and heard. Jackie's eyes shimmered at their enthusiasm. Thank you, she whispered. You've all given me back my voice. After brunch, they moved to a small home office where Evelyn had already laid out a vision board, magazine clippings about mental health, quotes about sisterhood, images of women holding hands in solidarity. She handed Jackie a marker. Hi, dear. Favorite phrase, she said. Jackie paused before writing. To be seen is to be loved. The friends murmured approval as they fleshed out the foundation's mission statement. Chantel's phone buzzed with a breaking alert from a rival show's insider. Rumor has it new footage is about to drop, maybe from another angle. Bry's stomach tightened. We need a press statement, she said. Preemptively address that rumor. We're aware of additional footage, but will not comment on unverified leaks. Evelyn typed the draft. Once they approved, Chantel posted it across all platforms. Within minutes, comments praised the sisters' transparency yet again. By mid-afternoon, the initial panic had given way to purposeful action. Jackie recorded a short clip for the foundation's social page, sharing her story and inviting others to join a virtual support circle. Chantel filmed behind-the-scenes moments, capturing laughter as they debated color palettes for the foundation's logo. Brandi live streamed a quick tour of Jackie's home office framed by the vision board in the background. Nini hosted a rapid-fire Q&A, responding to fan questions about self-care and coping mechanisms. The studio monitor in the corner displayed real-time analytics. Video views surpassed 100K. Engagement spiked. Followers grew. Fans tweeted supportive messages, tagged mental health organizations, and shared personal stories under the new hashtag. The sisters exchanged proud smiles. They had turned scandal into a launchpad for purpose. As the sun dipped lower, bringing long shadows across the living room, Chantel gathered everyone for one last huddle. We've done incredible work today, she said. But tonight, I want us to unwind. No strategy meetings, no social posts, just us. Jackie's relief was palpable. That sounds perfect, she said. Brandi nodded. Self-care round 2, she suggested. Nenny threw up her hands. I'm in. Let's order sushi and watch a movie. Evelyn grinned. Perfect. They cleared the table of devices and piled onto the sectional sofa, ordering takeout and scrolling through playlists for a comfort movie. In the warm glow of the living room lamps, the weight of the past 20 Brandi hugged her tight. "We're tighter than ever," she affirmed. Evelyn raised a sushi roll in a toast. "It's too family, too healing to the next chapter." Nenny popped a piece in her mouth and to making them work for their drama next time. Drama next time. In that cozy living room surrounded by love and laughter, the sisters and friends found solace. The scandal that had threatened to splinter them had instead solidified their unity and sparked a purpose beyond tabloid fodder. As the movie rolled and sushi disappeared, they savored the moment, knowing that whatever tomorrow brought, they would face it together, stronger and more authentic than ever. The midnight kiss that threatened to shatter Jackie's world became the catalyst for an unbreakable sisterhood and a powerful mission. You've seen the raw footage, felt the shock of betrayal, and witnessed the courage it took for Jackie to own her truth. You've cheered as Chantel and Brandi stood by her side and felt the strength of Evelyn's steady guidance and Na's fiery honesty. Emotions ran high and the family was left divided, only to come together in a remarkable display of unity, transparency, and healing. Now the question is, will this journey redefine what it means to be family under the spotlight? Can Jackie's foundation for moms who feel invisible turn this scandal into solidarity for countless women who share her story? And who else will step forward to support mental health advocacy in the face of reality TV pressure? The road ahead is as unknown as the late-night rendezvous that sparked it all, and we want you right there with us. If you've been riveted by every twist and every tear, do you believe in the power of owning your narrative and lifting each other up? Make your voice heard. Hit like to show you stand for honesty over headlines. Subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an update on Jackie's journey from scandal to service. Leave a comment below. What moment surprised you most? Do you think the foundation will make a real difference?